afternoon.
Yeah. Brisk.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the December 23rd, 2021 meeting of Pequannock Township Council. Ms. Marsh.
In accordance with the requirements of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting was included in the annual meeting notice, which was filed in the office of the Township Clerk, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, published as a legal notice in the Suburban Trends newspaper, and distributed to all persons requesting notice in accordance with Township policy.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a prayer and a moment of thanks for the individuals serving our nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Most gracious Providence, we ask that you bless this governing body with an abundance of wisdom and understanding, so that every deliberation will result in actions which will promote the common good and the general welfare for all the people of Pequannock Township. Amen.
Amen. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Dreesy?
Here.
Mrs. Florence Lynch?
Here.
Mr. Hurd?
Present.
Mr. Cole?
Here.
Mayor Russell?
Yes. There are no presentations scheduled for this evening. At this time, are there any reports or comments from any of the volunteers serving our community? The next item on the agenda is public comments. The public comment period will be limited to a total of 30 minutes. An additional period for public comment will be reserved later on in the meeting. Individuals are requested to limit their questions and comments to 3 minutes. If anyone wishes to address the council, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. There is no formal manager's report. Mr. Brewer, do you have any comments?
No, but for wonderful holiday wishes to Mayor, Council, Township of Pequannock. Unless there's any other questions on items this afternoon, I have no more report.
There are no public hearings scheduled for this evening, and there are no ordinances for introduction at this time. The next agenda items is resolutions. Ms. Marsh.
For the Council's consideration, beginning with Resolution R 2021-255, authorizing the acceptance of a hold harmless agreement from Michael and Mary Donahue for Block 1602, Lot 22, which is 20 Rockledge Terrace. 256, authorizing the award of a contract for annual reassessment of all real properties for tax equalization purposes. 257, canceling the 2021 solid waste utility budget appropriations. 258, canceling 2021 sewer utility budget appropriations. 259, authorizing the transfer of 2021 current fund budget appropriations. 260, establishing the Township's policy governing the display of American flags on Township of Pequannock property. 261, authorizing utility office refunds, overpayments, or cancellations. And 262, approving payment of the itemized claims as set forth on the December 20th, 2021 bill list.
Are there any comments on the resolutions from council?
Yeah.
Is there a motion to adopt these resolutions?
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution R 2021-255 through R 2021-262.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dreesy?
Yes.
Mrs. Florence Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Hurd?
Yes.
Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Mayor Russell?
Yes. There are no items listed for discussion, and there are no reports or notices. The next item on our agenda is council reports and announcements. Councilman DeRisi?
Thank you, Mayor. No reports per se. Just wish everybody in the council a Merry Christmas. Yeah, I said Merry Christmas. And also to the residents of Pequannock, you're probably going to hear this in a couple weeks, but Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Councilwoman Florence Lynch?
Yeah, no official reports. Just wanted to mention we had a lot of fun at that Winter Dash. I thought that was a really good event that was put together, so that was nice. And I had a couple of calls. I was calling some of the seniors to talk about the senior citizen advisory appointments to the committee. And there was 3 different seniors that just said what a wonderful town this is. They were congratulating, they had some experience with Atlantic Health because of medical issues, and some of them had not been in the hospital since it was Chilton, the days of just Chilton. And so they just said that it was everything, the people were great, it was professional, the Atlantic Health workers were great, so they just applauded the way that the council and the town has been working through a lot of the issues, and a lot of things that have been going on. They love the fact that the first aid squad, you have Atlantic Health and you have the first aid squad. And they just said it's a nice collaboration of efforts, because whether you're getting an ambulance from Atlantic or whether they're coming from our squad, everybody's very professional, very nice, and very helpful. So there was 3 of them that said that. So I just wanted to mention that. And I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and hopefully we'll have a good 2022.
Awesome. Councilman Hurd?
Thank you, Mayor. Can I first make a motion to remove all these polls? I'm always behind the poll. I have nothing to report other than the dash was fabulous. The town looks great for Christmas. The tree is beautiful. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. I hope everybody is safe for the holidays. Spend a lot of time with family. I will. And that's about it. Thank you.
Councilman Cole?
I don't have a report, just Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone on council. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas to all the Pequannock residents, and enjoy.
So the only thing I have to announce is the library, I believe, will be going back to Mass for everybody coming in. They had a discussion about that the other day, but I'm not sure what she decided. Also, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. And I also want to bring up, there was a man here a couple months back, and I don't think we ever did anything on it, and I would hope that maybe at the beginning of next year we can do that resolution stating that we don't believe that big government should be involved in people's lives, that we believe that the people should have their own choices. And the Constitution gives us certain unalienable rights, and we need to protect those for our citizens. So I would hope that we can have a quick discussion about writing a resolution similar to what West Milford did at the beginning of the year. I think it's important. The guy stated about standing up, and I know we were all like, yes, but then we kind of didn't do anything, but yet I think we all agree with a lot of what was said, so I just wanted to get any quick feedback on that from you guys.
I'll second that already.
I'll third it.
Okay.
No, I think it's a great idea.
Okay. So we have to do anything else with you?
No, there's certainly direction. Obviously, there's a number of things that were noted and included. The staff and professionals, I'll take a swing at it. We'll schedule some drafts for discussion, and subject to ultimate direction and approval by the council, we'll come up with something.
That would be great.
Meeting agenda.
That would be great.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everybody. Yeah, I think it needs to be said. Other than that, I want to give a big shout out to the little known guy who never gets noticed, Frank, who's here every meeting, who runs all of our stuff. Thank you so much for what you do. It's nice to know we don't have to worry about it. It just,
Frank makes us
I think
look
one
good.
time you weren't here and we're like, is it on? Is it on?
What do we do with this thing?
Yeah, what is it? Where is it?
I didn't get any makeup, though.
So, well, you don't get that until for 6 months.
You can make a motion for that.
So during the budget discussion, we can discuss a 100% increase for Frank.
There you go. Let's double it.
Triple it.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. But thank you. Don't think it doesn't go unnoticed, because we do know how. And you come out every day, winter, spring, summer, fall, and it's great. Thank you. Next on the agenda is public comment. If anyone wishes to address the council, please wait to be recognized to come to the microphone and provide your name and address for the record. There are no minutes presented for approval this evening, and there are no items listed for closed session discussion. There being no further business.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think there were a couple things you wanted to finalize about the boards.
Oh, I didn't see that in there. Okay, so we're going to go over the boards?
If you could do it quickly, that would be great.
Okay, sure. So
Sorry
we're going to
about
go
that.
over our board appointments real quickly.
Can I make a recommendation? That the list that is dated December 23rd, 2021, there are 5 new people, including number 43, who submitted an application earlier this week that was sent out. Those 5 be appointed to the boards that they wish to be appointed to, and move number 72 on our list to the Flood Advisory Board, because he has made mention that he does not want to be on the committee that he is listed as on line number 72.
Right, he wanted 2, and he would rather have that one.
Right.
And all of these are renewals that came in last.
43 is a renewal, 49 is a renewal, 50 is a renewal, and the only one that is new is number 41, but there is an opening there.
Okay.
So I think we should just put number
Right.
41 on that committee.
I am good with that.
Right, and if everyone's good with that, the only thing I have to add to that, which got in Carol's hands, but not to yours yet, there was 2 new applications, that they're reappointments for the Senior Citizen Advisory Committee. So,
And is one the one that you were questioning earlier, if you have to live in town or not?
right, so that is an answer we need to know, because one of them does not live in town. But for some reason, I thought in the past we have had, because the senior center is open to all the surrounding towns, so we just have to check if the Senior Citizen Advisory Committee can appoint that person.
So I say if they are allowed to be appointed, if they do not live in town, we appoint those 2 people.
Right.
We don't have
with
the
that.
applications for it.
All right, that's fine. Carol and I will check the resolution, and so follow that direction.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
and she
great.
already has
Talk about
that
this next meeting,
information.
too?
And then the only other,
Yeah.
and I believe we talked about, Dave, when you went through your list, you mentioned this one for the Flood Advisory Committee, correct?
What's that?
Returning member. Let me make sure.
Number 40, 49, and 50 are returning members.
Yes, you got
Right.
you got the vote.
So's number 48
We appointed
technically.
them.
Yep.
48,
You got
49,
it.
50.
So also, I think we should have the conversation, Melissa, and don't take this the wrong way. We want to make sure we all know that you're running for another position. A lot of your time is going to be taken away. And I just want to make sure, because we have to do what's right for Pequannock. So we want to make sure that you have enough time. So I don't know if we want to have that discussion, that you're going to have enough time while campaigning across the whole county to still be mayor.
Right, I know it's
Because
go ahead, I'm sorry.
it's a lot, and we want to make sure that you're available for the people of Pequannock 100% while you're doing that. And
Right.
I would hate for somebody to say, oh, just because it was her turn, you gave it to her, and so
Right,
I want to
right.
make sure that
And,
we
yeah,
do.
because I know a lot's transpired since then, and I did have the conversation with a couple of people. I do feel like I can do this. I get more motivated the busier I am. I put a schedule together to make sure I could cover everything that we talked about. And the good news is, well, good, bad, and different. I have a very supportive husband. I have my full-time job is very flexible. I have a team of agents, so it's very flexible with time. I have no children, that I have to, run back to and take care of and stuff like that. So if I have everybody's support, I'd like to keep it the way we discussed. Like I said, I did lay it out on a calendar. And
Does anybody else have any questions?
Well, Mayor, it's a commitment.
it sure is.
I mean, Melissa, you've been
Oh, yeah.
there how many times?
Right. Twice. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean,
So it's
if it
every
was my
grand
first time, I
opening.
could understand. Yeah.
Every grand opening,
Right.
every phone call,
No.
everything that goes into it.
No, I feel like I can do it. If it was my first time, I wouldn't be doing it. And the committees I have, or committees I've had for a long time, I laid it out on a calendar. I feel like I can do it. And I wouldn't do it if I didn't think I could, serve the residents of Pequannock. So I hope I have everybody's support there.
we wanna-
And I
do
still
we
have
wanna
to get the
revote?
line, I still have to go through, that's going to be towards the end of February. So.
I guess my only question would be, have you discussed that with your running mates?
No, we need to discuss that. I did have a conversation with Laura Ali, the chair, and, to see how this is going to go. And we have to talk, because they're telling us to wait, because, you don't want to jeopardize, I don't want to jeopardize not being able to run for town council again if I don't get the the line. So we have to discuss that with our running mates and make sure that we know somebody that would be in the wings if this was to come to fruition. But yes.
No, I'm talking about the county running mates. Do they know the nights that you're going to be involved?
Yes. I thought you meant from our standpoint.
So those nights you were
both,
telling me,
really.
because, that's the, from what they were saying that you're going to be campaigning 7 days a week, going and doing all stuff, and that was my only.
Right. No, I knew that was your concern, and like I said, they're, one meeting a month. I had put them out on the calendar. I'm comfortable with it. I'll be having a meeting on the fourth Wednesday. I'll be having a meeting on the planning board meetings, which are on the 3rd. I was comfortable with it. Everything else...
First Mondays.
Yeah, 1st and 3rd.
Yeah.
There was also... I went through some of the other smaller committees that might only meet once a year or twice a year. There's another one that meets 10:30 in the morning that I was comfortable with. And that was it. I mean, everything else was pretty much covered. And then the flood meeting meets the second Thursday. But I went through all that, said my schedule, looked at my schedule, looked at
We also have the hoedown.
I'm not so concerned about the meetings and the meetings here as being available for like when the people call, like we had a lot of calls, or for the weddings. I think I did so many weddings. For weddings, not the date can't cover you for
the
them.
one thing I would like to do, and I remember years ago when I first got on council, there was even more, not that there's not collaboration, but even more participation amongst all council people. Yes, I'll be the mayor, and we have a deputy mayor, but I'd like to, make sure that the entire council and the deputy mayor is involved, and everything that I can bring everybody to or into, I'm going to tell them about, not just be like in a silo.
So does that start now, or?
What do you mean, does it start now? It starts, right away, yeah. What?
No disrespect.
No, I mean, it would start right away when I'm mayor for next year.
Oh.
Yes.
Do we want to, Melissa, do we want to have a vote like we did when Ryan,
That's my feeling,
What does everybody on council feel?
Melissa would have to step out. That's what we did
my
last time.
feeling
Did we have
is-
you and Rich step
Yes.
out when we were doing that? And then we'll just vote.
what other questions do you have that are concerning? Just time?
It's just, the mayor is the cheerleader of Pequannock.
right.
It's the person that goes to the business openers, it's the hoedown, it's the street fair, it's the lighting of the Christmas tree, it's marriage, it's
I think the difference
calls
is...
with our wonderful town manager. What's his name again?
I think the difference is,
Mr. Brooks.
I've always done that. There's many people that if they weren't in the mayor's role or the deputy mayor role, they wouldn't do that. Or they decided because they weren't involved.
But
as
running
the
for
mayor.
this
But
position is a big deal.
Right, and it's a big area to cover.
Well, it's a big deal. It's the entire
Yeah.
county.
Right.
And it's also something that, out of respect, you would have conversations with people of council.
Right.
Republicans need it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I want to bring everybody into it while I'm campaigning. I want to make sure, even when it comes to the weddings, anybody can do the weddings, but I used to always bring...
No, it's not
Deputy mayor.
Deputy mayor.
Deputy
But I
mayor.
always went, what I mean is I always went with whether I was a deputy mayor or mayor, we would all go together if they were available, not that they have to, and share that. I'm trying to think what else. If it's a committee or something that you feel, like you said, it's not a problem with the committee. It's something we can discuss, but I definitely feel like I can
It's
do the
more
mayor.
just being 100%
Yeah.
involved in...
Which I always am. I take calls all the time, and I've done it twice. And I feel like I'll be there for everyone and be able to manage all the phone calls that come in, all the, whatever comes our way as far as, let's hope we don't have any big
No.
tragedies, but, I'm there.
Have a quiet
God
year.
forbid flooding came
Yeah,
in.
Let's have a
right.
quiet
Flooding
year.
came in. Let's hope we have a quiet year. But yes, I realize it was a rough 2 years with the pandemic. With we've had issues in the past with the flooding, of course. But so
Do we want to do a quick vote?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Dave, do you guys?
I'd like
feel
to have a
I need-
conversation
with me out of the room.
just so
All
we
right.
are on the same page,
Should
we're
I
a
do that?
team, and we
Yeah.
feel,
Yeah, because I want to work as a team. I want to make sure everybody is comfortable, and I want everybody. I want us all. to
I'll
work
say this
together.
before Melissa leaves the room. I mean, if it was someone that was, and I don't want to name John, but if we were appointing John deputy mayor, I think I would have a little more of a concern with Melissa being mayor.
Right.
Being that I've been deputy mayor twice, I've been mayor twice, I can jump in and not skip a beat. So
I do agree
it
with
is
that.
it is a
Right,
plus.
I agree with
there's
that,
someone,
but I don't want to be like, oh, well, it's her turn, so we should get it. I just want to make sure that we have the discussion that we feel she's honestly, not only is it her turn, but she's the best person who's going to do 100% for Pequannock. No matter,
We're all capable
That's all.
of doing 100% for Pequannock.
like I know, like Rich one year was like, I'm not doing it. I'm too busy with work. I couldn't give it 110%. Like, and he was right to not do that because he was
Right.
getting very busy and he couldn't make things.
Yeah.
Or he couldn't return phone calls. So, not that you're super busy, but I just wanted to make sure that the
Yeah.
conversation was
No,
had.
I understand.
So that when
I
people say to
understand.
us, oh, it's their turn,
Yeah.
which I hate to hear.
No, I understand that, but
Okay, you want to just excuse us?
okay. I'll stand outside. That would make you guys feel better.
Thoughts?
Well, first call is,
First of all, we're not in closed session, so-
Oh, okay.
right.
and that's with the taping, too. We're not in closed session. Just keep
Gotcha.
that in mind.
Gotcha, okay.
So it's,
Can we go into closed session or no?
no,
Not
we're in
yet.
open session.
You can't wear an open session.
No, we can't at this point. We're this far along in it now. We started the discussion.
My concern is, as a team, for me, personal belief, everybody has to have respect for everybody on the team. So if anybody is going to do something big, and listen, like 100%, I back her, I think it's a great idea. With that said, I had no idea about it until I spoke to you. And backing that up, right after I spoke to you, I also reached out, and I got a call 2 days later that I couldn't pick up. And if that is my concern with the Township of Pequannock, I am pro-Pequannock. I am only interested in Pequannock. I am not interested in going up the food chain or any other politics. I just care about Pequannock and what's in the best interest of Pequannock. That is it. So those are my concerns. I 100% support her running for this. I wish her good luck. I think it would be great. My only concern is balancing that with being mayor. If it was just a council person, not to take anything away from council people, but we do have a little less commitment compared to the mayor. That's my only thought.
Gotcha. John, anything?
I don't think I know enough about it. I mean, the county thing seems like a big deal, but if she thinks she can do it, that's fine. My question is what is Plan B if something doesn't work? Is that when Dave steps in? And it's like, how do you, like, if something happens where she can't do it, what do you do?
Well, if she can't make a meeting?
If she can't make a meeting,
No.
Dave will cover the meeting.
No, I get that. But what
She's
happens
never
if-
going to step down.
So the only way, if she can't do whatever she's got to do, she's either got to step down or we're stuck. I mean,
Yes.
I'm saying it in plain English here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in February, there's going to be a convention. And anyone that's running for this position as a Republican will have to run in the convention. If she gets the line, she won't be able to run for council. if she doesn't get the line in February, she still technically would be able to run for
Gotcha,
council.
okay.
Unless we go on the line too.
Right, which I don't know enough about.
If we go on the line, then our line spot's already taken, which I
I
have
wanna
a
be on
call
the line.
into, which I have a
What line?
call.
Where's this line?
But I presume she's running with incumbents,
Yes.
so she
Yeah,
has
which
the
is great.
highest possible
Yes.
chance of
Right.
actually getting the line.
I would agree with you on that.
I think if she can do it, she can do it.
Okay.
My 2 cents.
I
As
just
long as
want-
we're all on the same
I
page,
just
that's
wanted
all.
to have the conversation, because I don't want somebody saying, oh, you guys just gave Rip because it was a turn. I think a conversation also needs to be had, probably next year, that the mayor should be more than 1 year. This 1 year and then turn around. You just get going around March, April, or May, and you know your contacts, and you start knowing people on a first name basis. They start recognizing you. You start being able to, and then you're done, and then somebody goes over. Not
I
that
think
was
every
wondering.
single one of us has said that after
Right.
being
I
there.
will say this, though.
But I think it should be 2 years at a time.
I will say this. Once you're the mayor, you're always the mayor to all of the other
Yeah,
elected
true.
That's
officials.
because they can't remember your
They
name.
can't remember your name, probably. You're always the mayor.
That's because they just say, hey, mayor, because they have no idea what your name is.
Yeah.
So,
Makes it easy.
yeah, it makes it easy. Okay, so we're all good.
We
keeping
are
it the
a
same.
team,
Yep.
and we are making the decision that we're going to support Melissa, so if she has to drop the ball, we can all jump in. Obviously, Dave, he's going to be doing what he has to do.
Gotta jump the highest.
But let's make sure that we're also at the grand openings and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Works for me.
okay?
whatever we can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did. Well, we can't close it because it's...
Open. Still
We
open.
can't close it because we're still open session. Melissa, it was unanimous. We just wanted to have the conversation.
What's your name?
That you're, that.
I appreciate
I don't know.
Good
You know?
question.
Yeah.
I appreciate your support, and like I said, my goal is to get everybody working together. Not that we don't work together now, but I think we really need to.
See, I think we work together fairly well. I mean,
no,
I
we
know,
do, but I like to
I've
go
been
to more
super
things
busy the
together.
last couple of
I know.
months, and my business is a night business.
And I
so
realize,
For me,
yeah.
it's kind of crazy. I can
Yeah, I
do
mean,
the
you're
day
busy with
things,
your
but-
job, I know, everybody's busy with their job, but let's try to, I want to keep everybody in the loop on everything, like, even if it's something
we always
that,
have.
even if it's something that only I'm going to, I'm going to make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Just make sure you tell the team.
Yeah.
We're here to back you up. We're here to help
I
you,
appreciate-
cover you,
and-
anything we can do, but we need to know.
And
Before.
we'll have some more conversations, but I apologize if I didn't get to talk to some of you before making this decision. It happened so quickly. Kathy DiFilippo, everybody was waiting for her to decide what she was doing, and then I got the call, and it was like everybody just wanted to get it out right away.
Sounds good.
So-
Let's move forward.
All right, thank you. And like I said, who knows, I'm going to work hard, but we got to get there first, so.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
There are no minutes presented for approval, no items listed for closed session. Is there a motion to
I'll
adjourn?
make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned at 1:27.
Merry Christmas, Pequannock.